Yeah, hi, here's Elizabeth again, your mind expert coach. Today I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were actually talking about dreams and how some people can, meet you at a crossroads and actually smash all your dreams, like throw it down like when you break a glass. Um, Now, here's the deal. I have several people that have already come to me and have told me their desire, for example, here in Germany, that they would like to start a charity organization, but for some reason or another, they got themselves connected to other people that would tell them, in Germany, this is not allowed, you cannot do this, you're not allowed to do this, that, and the other. And they come to me really frustrated because they've gone through years of just postponing their dreams of starting something, that they totally desire. Maybe also as a starting point of, of looking at eventually I will, diverge from this and reach this other goal. So when they come to me, the first thing is that we kind of like, first of all, talk about all this. And the very strangest thing is self-doubt, and that is the topic I'm getting into. Self-doubt, when it has legs, it moves, and it can move very fast. It's amazing. The minute you just give it a small little hold, you will be amazed at how fast and how tactful self-doubt is going to, it's just going to come over and take you off or sweep you off your grounds. Now, this is the thing that I always tell people. If you meet somebody that is discouraging you from doing what you want to do, from what you desire to do, from what you desire to achieve, you need to take a step back and look at, why is this person talking to me like this? In most cases, and in all the cases that I've had these people come to me, was that the people themselves that they contacted had themselves the desire to start their own charity organizations. And then I asked them the question of, and why haven't they started their own charity organizations? Well, because there is this person who is going to be helping them, and there's always this lawyer, and this lawyer is the one who is supposed to be somebody that is coming from, who is a German themselves, and is already telling them this is not possible, the laws here do not allow, and this, that, and the other. So I tell them, okay, let us look at if this person themselves have not taken up that challenge within themselves to start their own organization. Why would they then stop you to start your own organization? The answer which I always get is, I don't understand why such a person would not, would come on my way, at a crossroad and just deter me out from my achieving my goal. And I take a spoon of sugar, pour it on a saucer, and I ask them, I'd like you to now start to count how many pieces of cones of sugar can you count here? The thing is always that nobody can count that. It's virtually impossible. And I tell them, and exactly that is what I would like you to understand. Starting an organization does not depend on anybody who has a right or no right. At the end of the day, there is an institution that is specially, dedicating this as to control whether this organization of yours will be receiving approval or not. So the first step to do is always not to trust everything that you hear out there, but to get yourself a professional. Get somebody who can help you professionally, who has no ulterior motives, who does not have themselves the desire to start their own organizations. Because what is happening is, if you notice that somebody tells you that they too want to start the organization, but they deter you from starting your organization, here's the deal. They are banking on you to join their boat. There's nothing else to it. They would like you to be part of their boat, to pick up their dreams. It may not be your dreams. You may even go out and join them. But at the end of the day, I can guarantee you this journey together with that person who actually tricked you out of your desire to start your own organization is going nowhere. It'll take you nowhere. And that is something I can tell you, it is a guarantee I can give you. It will not go anywhere. Because dreams and desires are so profound. Until I do it myself, I fail and succeed myself, it will never leave my brain. I can't just go into my brains and start to delete a dream or a vision or a passion that I have. It doesn't happen like that. I can put it on stall. I can redesign it. I can use some other settings for it. But fact is, it is still there. It is part and parcel of me. It is what makes me free. It is what makes me wake up in the morning with more desire and more determination to do that what I want to do. So if you have a desire to do something, look out for where is Mr. or Mrs. Doubt. Take a big U-turn out of that area. And anybody else who does not give you viable information, as the information coming from the market, most of the time it's not viable. But if nobody's giving you really a viable information, then go to the offices, knock doors, ask. The best thing about nowadays is that even the language is no longer such a huge barrier when you go to these government offices. Most of these people, as opposed to the times that I came here, you're going to find they speak German. And in those offices where people are doing community work, which is seen as it's regarded very highly in this country, they are going to be the ones that are going to be giving you also tips and advice what to do. So if you have people that are, your market resources that you are having are not giving you the information that you think you are satisfied with, and you go and you find, yes, this is what they've told me, this is the reason why I can't be able to start my organization, but they told me this is what I can do in order to start my organization, then you need to look at how can I get to those steps, go through that list that I've been asked to fulfill in order to start my organization. But I can guarantee you, if you find people in the market that are discouraging you from starting your own organization, it's most likely because they themselves have their own doubts. They themselves have their own fears. Do not want you to go ahead of them. They would rather they keep you on stall, keep you on wait until the time they have the courage, until the time they have overcome their anxieties, their fears, and then start the organization, and then they can come in and tell you, oh, this is what I did and this is what I did. And this waiting for them to overcome their courage can be a long process, because if they're not getting support somewhere to understand what are those fears that they're getting into, what are those anxieties that, what is it that is stopping them from, starting their own fire, they keep you on stall for as long as they don't know how to solve that problem. So you have two problems. You have a problem that this person is not moving and is also not allowing you to move. And finally, I'd like to ask you one very serious question. We all came to this country, Germany. We all climbed a plane, most likely different planes. You're going to find one out of I don't know how many thousands of whatever that you see, two people who are actually traveling same destination, same time, same whatever, that you're going to find that we traveled the same way. Our journeys are all different. Our journeys will always be different. So if you find yourself that somebody is trying to stall you and you ask yourself, where did we meet with this guy so that they can stop me from what I want to do? Don't be stopped. If it is your dream to achieve this, make it happen. Don't let anybody come in and, kind of like make you compromise your dreams. So self-doubt, something you need to watch about whenever you're starting something, because the minute that you have self-doubt, you let components like people who are stopping you from achieving because they themselves are not ready. So you need to work on overcoming your self-doubt, so that when you're starting something, you have all that confidence of succeeding and failing. Because failing is another topic that I'm going to do, but failing is something that is not to be seen as negative. It is to be seen as you differentiated from the other person that did not try, right? So you yourself, you make that effort and try, and even if you did not succeed, you're going to find out because I maybe did not do this or did not do that, and you come back to your drawing board, re-strategize, and you start all over again. So, and you learn from those, what I want to call as the re-strategizing phase. I don't like to use the word failure, because failure has been over the period of time used so negatively that I want to just avoid using it as a comparison to re-strategizing, because re-strategizing is coming back and on the drawing board, looking at where did we forget to put a nail, where did we forget to hit the screw or something like that, but to re-strategize. So that was today my podcast, basically about self-doubt, but also that how to just distance yourself from people that are not ready to make their dreams come true and are stopping you from making your dreams come true. Now, if you like this podcast, I'll encourage you to share it around. I'd also like to get some feedback from you, some comments as to what else you'd like to hear, and I'd like to also get to see that you are also enjoying the podcast. So thank you very much for now, and until next time.